My cheating wife froze in shock. When I calmly said, "We need to finalize the divorce by Friday so you can enjoy your AP as a free woman," she screamed, "What are you talking about?" Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Collapse. I used to believe that love was something unshakable. Something you nurtured, protected, and invested in. Especially when you built 13 years of marriage, 2 kids, and a life that looked perfect from the outside. Her name was Valerie. People described her as warm, charming, driven. To me, she was my whole world. I worked late nights, skipped vacations, and built a career from the ground up so we could live comfortably. I didn't realize that comfort, for her, meant comfort with someone else. It started small. Distance. Excuses. Her eyes flicking to her phone during dinner, always locking the screen when I walked in. I told myself it was stress, work, hormones, anything but what my gut was screaming. Then one night, while she was in the shower, her phone lit up on the nightstand. A message preview blinked across the screen. "Last night was heaven. You taste like sin. Can't wait for Friday." 3 inches. I didn't touch the phone. I didn't confront her. I just sat on the edge of the bed, staring at that one message. My stomach turned to stone. Instead of rage, a strange cold clarity settled in. And in that moment, I knew 2 things. Valerie was cheating. She wouldn't get the satisfaction of a screaming match. She would get silence. Strategy. And by the time she realized what I was doing, it would be too late. Chapter 2. Her Friday plans. And mine. By Thursday evening I had already filed the preliminary divorce papers. I wasn't trying to be impulsive. This wasn't some emotional, reactive lashing out. It was surgical, calm, purposeful. I wanted her out of my life with 0 leverage, no time to manipulate, no opportunity to spin the narrative. I spent the week gathering copies of financials, property titles, screenshots of texts she never thought I saw, her late-night whispers to R, short for Raymond, I would later discover, the hotel reservations under fake names. Her bold claim that I was just too comfortable to leave. I even hired a discreet private investigator, not for revenge but confirmation. Within 48 hours I had photos, her and Raymond, holding hands, at the same Italian place where we had celebrated our anniversary the year before. I didn't confront her. Instead, I bought her favorite bottle of wine, cooked her favorite dinner, lit candles, played her favorite jazz playlist. She walked in around 7:30 p.m. that Thursday, surprised, suspicious, but when she saw the dinner table, she smiled. "Is it our anniversary?" She giggled. "No," I said gently, "just thought we could have a nice night." She talked, bragged about work, laughed about some joke her team lead told her, Raymond no doubt. She didn't notice how I watched her mouth when she spoke, the way she lied so comfortably. After dessert I stood up and said softly, "Valerie, I need to talk to you." She looked up, cautious. "Okay, what's wrong?" I didn't raise my voice, I didn't cry. I just took a deep breath and said, "We need to finalize the divorce by Friday. That way you can enjoy your affair partner as a free woman." Her face drained of color. Her fork slipped from her hand and clattered onto the plate. "What are you talking about?" She stammered. "I know, Valerie. I know about Raymond. I know about the hotel. I know about the meetings and the messages." Then I slid a neatly clipped folder across the table. Photos, logs, screenshots, and a draft of the divorce agreement. She didn't speak, just stared at the papers like they were burning her. "You'll find it very fair," I added. "No drama, no screaming, just freedom. Isn't that what you wanted?" She opened her mouth to protest but nothing came out. I cleared the dishes whistling gently. Tomorrow would be Friday and Friday would be her reckoning. Chapter 3. Friday's fallout begins. Friday morning dawned quiet, eerily so. Valerie hadn't spoken to me since last night's dinner bombshell. She barely slept. I could hear her pacing the hallway in the early hours, whispering on the phone, probably calling Raymond, trying to brainstorm a way out. But there was no way out. I had already made the necessary moves behind the scenes. 8:30 a.m. The ice breaks at work. By the time Valerie walked into her sleek downtown office, heels clicking, trying to pretend everything was normal, she was met not with the usual smiles, but silence. Then the HR director approached her. "Valerie, the board wants to speak with you." She was confused, until they laid out a copy of the PI report I had anonymously sent them that morning. Pages of her inappropriate relationship with Raymond, her superior, romantic outings during office hours, expense reports misused, hotel receipts. The company had strict non-fraternization policies. Raymond was already being escorted out of the building. Valerie. Suspended pending investigation. Her face crumbled. But the worst hadn't even started yet. 11 a.m. The bank calls. Our joint account had been restructured. Earlier in the week, I opened a new account under my name only, moving all my post-tax contributions, legally. The lawyer had confirmed everything was airtight. So when Valerie tried to withdraw funds for just in case, the teller politely told her, "I'm sorry. This account is under audit due to the divorce proceedings. You'll need your spouse's co-signature." She stormed out of the bank, livid, texted me furiously. "Valerie, you had no right. I need access to my money. How could you?" Me. "It's Friday. Remember? You wanted freedom. I'm just giving it to you." 2 p.m. The uninvited guest. Back at home, I received a knock at the door. It was Raymond's wife. She had received the same packet of evidence I had. I made sure of that. Tears stained and shattered. She simply nodded at me and said, "I just wanted to say thank you for helping me see the truth." She walked away with dignity. Unlike the cheaters who had destroyed our lives. 4 p.m. The final confrontation. Valerie came home, hair disheveled, mascara streaked, clothes wrinkled. She looked nothing like the composed woman who once manipulated every conversation. "I lost my job," she choked. Raymond was fired. His wife left him. "They're freezing my accounts." "What did you do?" I looked at her with calm pity. "Nothing you didn't already do to yourself. I just shined a light on it." She sank to the floor, sobbing. But I didn't comfort her. I simply walked away. Because the best revenge is freedom. Chapter 4. The courtroom is where masks come off. By Monday morning, Valerie's polished image had crumbled beyond repair. But we were just getting to the final act. The courtroom. Pre-court setup, my trap was set. I had spent the last 3 weeks assembling everything. Financial records that showed I was the sole provider for the past decade. Screenshots of her affair with Raymond, courtesy of synced iCloud backups she forgot existed. Hotel bills. Text messages. Late-night rendezvous documented by my private investigator. Her cruel messages about me to her friends. "He's so boring. I feel nothing when I'm with him." I also had character letters from neighbors, teachers, and even her own mother who had warned me in private. "Valerie's chasing a fantasy. You don't deserve this." My lawyer said, "This is one of the cleanest wins I've seen." I nodded, but said nothing. Court day. A performance with no applause. When we entered the courtroom, Valerie wore a mask of confidence. Her lawyer tried painting me as emotionally cold. A man who shut down, didn't communicate, and wasn't supportive. Then my lawyer stood up. "Your Honor," the defendant's silence was grace under pressure. He wasn't cold. He was surviving betrayal. He passed forward the flash drive. The judge viewed the contents. Emails, texts, recorded calls, and photos. Valerie's smirk collapsed into a pale, twitching frown. The custody decision. Valerie begged for primary custody of our daughter, Emily. She argued that as the mother, she was the nurturing parent. But when the judge saw how she abandoned Emily on nights with her affair partner, and how her credit card showed bars, hotels, and spa retreats while Emily stayed with a babysitter, his voice went flat. This court awards full custody to Mr. Jameson. Supervised visitation only for the respondent until further review. She gasped. Her lawyer looked stunned. I remained silent. But inside, my heart beat with something new. Peace. The final blow. Financial fallout. The judge ruled she would receive no alimony. Why? Because she had violated the marital contract, through prolonged infidelity, had been financially dishonest, and was now unemployed due to her own misconduct. Then came the cherry on top. You are liable for all legal fees Mr. Jameson incurred as a result of this divorce. $28,000 she would have to pay me. Outside the courthouse. As I walked down the steps, Valerie chased after me, sobbing. Please. I didn't think it would go this far. I didn't mean to lose everything. I stopped and turned. That's the thing, Val. You didn't mean to lose everything. But you were willing to risk it all. For a man who dropped you the moment things got hard. She collapsed onto the courthouse steps. I didn't stay to watch. Chapter 5. The Fallout and the Rise. Valerie's crumbling world. It didn't take long for the house of cards she'd built to collapse. After the court ruling, Valerie tried moving in with Raymond. But his tune had changed. He ghosted her for 2 weeks, then finally sent a message. I didn't sign up for court drama and babysitting. You're on your own. She tried to rekindle things. Called, cried, even begged. But he blocked her number. Turns out Raymond had already been seeing someone else. Someone younger, child-free, and oblivious to the legal baggage he nearly inherited. Valerie moved back in with her parents, defeated. And word got around fast. Her church community. Silent. Her workplace friends. Gone. Even her own mother, who once adored her, now looked at her with quiet shame. My daughter Emily was 10 years old at the time. Children feel everything, especially betrayal. At first she was quiet, withdrawn, always asking, why did Mom choose him? But I never spoke ill of Valerie in front of her. Instead, I did the hard thing. Therapy, school meetings, late-night reassurance. And slowly, Emily found her voice again. She smiled more. Started painting again. And one night, as I tucked her in, she whispered, I'm glad I live with you, Dad. You don't pretend. I nearly cried. Rebuilding myself. A new life. Not just survival. I had spent so long surviving the marriage that I forgot what it meant to truly live. So I took a month off work and traveled with Emily. Just the two of us. Exploring national parks. Staying in cabins. Laughing without fear of tension. Took up running again. Lost weight. Got healthier. Reconnected with friends who had drifted away because Valerie made me isolate. Went back to school online to finish a certification I'd abandoned for her dreams. And bit by bit, the grief gave way to pride. Not the pride of revenge. But the pride of resilience. The unexpected email that brought it all full circle. About a year later, I received an email from Valerie. Subject, I'm sorry. I was stupid. I threw away everything for a fantasy. I see it now. You were always steady, loving, and I mistook that for weakness. I hope Emily will forgive me. I hope you can too. I'm sorry I read it once, then deleted it. Because forgiveness didn't mean going back. It meant finally letting go. Epilogue. True revenge is living well. In the end, revenge wasn't served with fire and fury. It was delivered quietly. Through peace, progress, and presence. Valerie lost more than just a marriage. She lost trust, family, stability, and the fantasy she thought would make her happy. Her affair partner discarded her when the illusion cracked. And the world she built on deception turned to dust. Meanwhile, I gained everything I thought I'd lost. My dignity, reclaimed. My daughter's love, deepened. A future, brighter, and mine to shape. I never raised my voice. I never threw insults. I never played the victim. I simply walked away, and rebuilt better. Valerie wanted fireworks. What she got was silence. And that silence echoed louder than any explosion. She once called me weak. Now she knows. The quietest man in the room is often the most dangerous. Final moral. Sometimes the most jaw-dropping revenge isn't destruction. It's becoming everything they said you couldn't be. While they watch from rock bottom. Was this revenge perfectly justified? Or should the storm have raged harder? Drop your verdict below. I read every single one. Hit like if you crave justice. And share this story with someone who needs its fire.